With over 2,000 active fire stations across the UK, it's no secret that firefighters risk their lives every day to save others.
So we have road traffic collisions, helicopter crashes, plane crashes, house fires. We still do get the cats up the tree.
We've been given exclusive access to 2 fire stations to show that they are more than just a fire service. These are our rescue teams. This is Beyond the Blue Lights. Over in the East Midlands, we join the Nottingham firefighters at the start of their 48-hour week.
How am I Howard Pickerskill? I'm the watch manager at Arnold on Blue Watch. It's my 30th year this year, in May, that I've been part of Notts Fire and Rescue. I can't hand on heart say it was a lifelong dream. I didn't have Fireman Sam then, he wasn't around when I was a kid. But yeah, basically, my best thing is the fact that I joined the fire service. So I have Gaz. Gaz is forgetful, late, but with that comes a super nice guy. So Chris is the senior firefighter. When I joined, all I ever wanted to be called was a good firefighter, and that's what we get with Chris. Roger's the comedian, the joker.
Clean fire engine is a happy fire engine.
We'll go to a fire and we'll say, have we been here before? And he'll go, yeah, it was about 8:30 in the morning, it was Monday. Now, how he remembers that, I don't know. So I call him a savant.
Receiving their first call of the day from Nottingham City Hospital, with little information, time is of the essence for Blue Watch. There have been reports of the smell of burning in the local hospital. Due to the high-risk location, pump driver Chris knows he has to act quickly.
It's a big hospital, quite high priority. Obviously we've got patients bedridden or on life support. It's important that we get there because it would be quite intensive job to work through.
First shout was when I was a retained firefighter. All of a sudden the pager started bleeping and it was like, oh my God, I've got to get to the fire station. And 24 years later, it's still just as exciting. Okay. So, going into the plant room, someone smelled burning, they've broken the coal point, but we believe it could be the smell from the air conditioning, so we're going to investigate it, liaise with the engineer, and hopefully try and find a cause.
Because it was a smell of burning, we know because we go there all the time. The plant room that's on the roof feeds the ventilation and the air to the whole hospital. It turned out the smell of burning was actually a fan belt that had come off one of the motors that drives in the plant room, and that's where the smell of the burning from the electric fan. It carried through the hospital, so that's why people were pressing manual call point.
With all the 999 calls for the UK's fire and rescue services, around half of them turn out to be false alarms. Meanwhile, in the southeast of England, we join the firefighters in Kent preparing for a day of water safety training.
I am Mitchell Kelly and I'm the watch manager in charge of Larkfield Fire Station, Kent. At Larkfield Fire Station, the appliances we have here, we have a bulk water carrier and we also have a water safety unit. We went and trained on the lakes for man overboard drills. The man overboard drill, if we practice it as if we have people in the boat and one accidentally falls out, that could be a crew member or a member of the public we've rescued accidentally falls out. Man overboard! So in the case of that, we practice our procedures so that we can retrieve the person that's fallen out safely.
Basically, we do it as safe as possible, so if someone did fall off the boat, we would bizarrely, or it may seem bizarre, that we'll carry on down the river a bit further, turn ourselves around while someone's spotting the man overboard constantly, so then we can approach in a safe and controlled manner.
So for about 20 years now, Kent Fire and Rescue have been working on water safety, and that's after one major incident that a firefighter died. He drowned. He went into the water to look for a young boy, a young child that had gone under the ice. and he never came up afterwards as well, so he died. So all the fire services had to look into their health and safety of water, and through that we introduced the water safety units and extra training to deal with those incidents.
There isn't a fire every day for our rescue teams, but training for all possibilities is key. Back in Nottingham, 2 stations joined forces to train together for larger scale incidents.
We've got a fire station about 4 miles away, which is Colton. They have got a training facility. We go over to their station and together we train in BA. We fill the house full of artificial smoke, which creates a realistic environment of a house fire.
So what I did, I sent the first team in. Alpha Team 1 goes in and they went in a compartment search. And then they've got the second crew off the second appliance to do a right-hand lace, go up that staircase and search the first floor.
You can walk around it now, as soon as you put a bit of smoke in, you're disorientated. And you're relying on, as a team of 2, to communicate with each other to what are you feeling, what you're touching. You're being told outside there's casualty. There could be a casualty on the first floor. And obviously as you go up, you're thinking, are we on the first floor, flight of stairs? Where are the upstairs? You can't separate as BA crews, so me and you will have to go around together, search everywhere. And as soon as you've got a casualty, then you've got to retrace your steps back outside again. You've got pressure from the neighbours, the families, friends. There's mass panic, there's somebody inside. It's can be quite realistic sometimes.
We've had fires in the past where we've had 26 pumps. Personally, there's one that sticks out. You know, I think everybody takes a little bit home from a fatality, and despite what you think, it's not house fires, it's RTCs.
Got called out to a road traffic collision, and the person in the car was my old school teacher. And when we got there, we dealt with the incident, but in the end, my old teacher passed away in my arms whilst we were waiting for the ambulance. Yeah.
So as a crew manager, like, how important is it for you to keep morale high?
Sorry, gotta go.
8 hours into their shift, the 4th call for the day comes in for Arnold Fire Station.
It's RTC, Alley Road.
Cheers, thank you.
Blue Watch attempt to get to a busy A road where reports of a car on fire have already attracted Nottingham's ambulance and police services. The situation could be life-threatening.
RTC, okay, mate. Hey, do you know where you're going, Rog?
We're in a quite highly populated area. We've also got quite a few major roads around us, which means that we go to quite a few road traffic collisions as well, which are the mainstay of our working jobs really.
It actually came through as car fire following RTC. When we got there, the car had hit a tree, it had taken out a telegraph pole and also what we call street furniture, so a warning triangle. The car had then gone onto its side. The guy believed he'd had sleep apnea and fell asleep at the wheel. It was leaking considerable amounts of oil, so all these things become slippy. We put granules on the oil and the water to soak up as much fluids as we can. We then look at making the vehicle safe, disconnecting the battery. Because while ever it's in that state, there's bare wires in the engine which can cause the engine to catch fire. We can request somebody to come out and sort out the road.
Yeah, request the attendance at the highway, car in collision with the street furniture.
Sort out the telegraph pole, do some sweeping up if the need be. So we've done all that in the background while the police have got on with their work.
To minimise the risk to casualties, it's important for the crew to train for road traffic collisions, so they are prepared for any situation.
For road traffic collisions, we train quite a lot.
Most months we, sort of get out in the yard and for our road traffic collision drills.
So what we've come across here is a road traffic collision simulation.
The incident commander assured the casualty in the car that they were there and to look forward.
Hello, stay looking ahead for me, stay looking ahead.
You'll notice from around the bottom of the car we've got chocks and blocks, wooden blocks, which is to stabilise the car to prevent any sort of movement.
Followed by glass management, peel and reveal. Peel and reveal is removing the trims of the vehicles to expose where cuts can be done. We then started to remove the roof.
We make sure that it's about casualty-centred extrication. It's all about that casualty and what they need.
Being so close to multiple motorways, Larkfield Station are no strangers to RTCs.
We attended an incident on the bank holiday in the summer. A collapsed structure was the information we got on the M20. And as we was driving along, the traffic started to build up. And you could clearly see half a footbridge was missing. The other half was hanging suspended.
The sight was, you couldn't really put it into words. It turned out there was only one person injured, and that was because he was on a motorbike. And as the bridge has collapsed down, he's laid the motorbike down and gone under the bridge, and he suffered, I think, a broken rib. So that was unbelievable.
The bridge was sort of coming down, almost like in slow motion to start with, because it's eating its way through the lorry as it's coming down, but then it tore away from the other side. As that came down, it was a matter of throw the bike on the floor and go for it.
I was dealing with him personally, and I just went up to his head and kept him talking, although he was just laying there, and asked him how he was, and with that he had what I didn't see, he had an electronic cigarette. He took a puff of that and said, "Yeah, I'm fine, mate."
Throughout my 28 years, I've been to some incidents that I'd rather not reflect on, have been quite tragic for the personnel and the crews.
And if anything, I think coming away from it, it's almost built the bonds on the watches stronger. In a working environment, we all work together very closely. Predominantly the relationships on that are built through a lot of training with each other.
It's like one big family, really.
As Larkfield finished for the day, Blue Watch head out onto another call. With no two shifts the same, both crews must be ready as anything can happen.